Hey everyone, another quick update on the bathroom. Progress is being made, but it's slow. I have about 95% of the sheetrock, the mudding and taping and sanding finished. I painted the ceiling the other day. 2 coats of ceiling paint. That's almost a 9-foot ceiling, so that's one of the reasons why I didn't remove the plaster up to the ceiling, but that's created some issues with this mudding and taping, the transition between the drywall that I'm installing and the lath and plaster that was already in here. But it's just taken a lot of time. It is coming out pretty nice. At least I think it is. As nice as I expected it would. And let's see. This wall came out pretty good. An outlet that I installed there, and then a new switch where I moved the switch from the outside of the wall to the inside. Kind of dark there, but that's where the old switch used to be, and it's all painted and textured and covered over, so that hole's filled up. And then the wall that's really been giving me some problem is this wall here, the upper portion there above the outlet where it connects to the lath and plaster. Just trying to get that relatively smooth. It's never going to look perfect. And I don't know if you can see it on the video, how the corner line does not look straight. That's because that entire wall is wavy. The plaster is not smooth as sheetrock or as straight as sheetrock. So it's just going to have that transitional area where it's going to be smooth and then it's going to be the old plaster. But I think that in the long run, this was the easiest way to go. None of it's real simple, but it'll be functional and it'll look decent. And then behind the doorway, I'm still working. I've got about one more coat to do on that wall just to the right of the door, and then some fine tuning in that corner. I'm waiting for the plaster to dry or to set solid before I get in there and do another coat. But that corner is not very straight. I'm going to try to beautify it a little bit. It's not a big deal. It's back in the corner. It's going to be behind the door. But this is the time to do any work on it that I think I need to do. And that's pretty well going to wrap it up. Finish this wall. Just one more coat below the light fixture there to fix a couple of imperfections and blend that in with the bottom part. One more episode of sanding, and then I'll be coming in here to coat all of the sheetrock and the new plaster that I'm putting with a paint primer, and then I'm going to paint. I'm going to paint all the walls, everything with the exception of where the shower unit is going to be installed. And then once the painting is done and dry, then the next step will be install the shower. I just want to do the shower after I paint, so I don't have to worry about getting paint on that. I'm still going to have to worry about the tub. I'll probably put some cardboard tape some cardboard to the top of it so I don't drip paint on it. But the paint will probably chip right off there if I do. We'll try to keep as little work, making more work for myself than I already have. But that's where we're at. That's a quick update. Here's another look at the vent that I installed last year for the fan. Got that all wired into a switch over here by the door. And it exhausts up through the attic and out the side of the house. Anyway, light fixture. I pulled that off to fix behind it and then to paint behind it. And I've got 4 different colors of paint that I can see. Actually 5. There's pink, there's a darker brown, there's green, there's a lighter brown. I mean, it's expected, right? It's a 133, I think, year old house. So I'm not real wild about the light fixture. It has a wood trim that goes around it that's wood colored, kind of a darker like this here. I think what I'm going to do is just keep the light fixture, clean it up, and paint the trim the same color that I'm going to paint the trim that's going to go around the window, which is going to be white. And then the trim around the doorway. The top piece is still there, but I pulled the two sides off to do these two walls. I'm going to install the same trim back up there and paint it and fill the holes and just reuse it. The trim that was over that window I destroyed taking it out, so I'm going to have to retrim that. I'll have to buy a stick of wood to do that. I'm not buying trim, I'm just buying 1/2 inch by about 3 inch wide pine board and make my own trim. Yeah, so that's where we're at. It's coming along slowly but surely. Once I get this last coat applied and then sanded, then we're going to start to see some real progress as I start with the primer and the paint. Hey, go from there. Chugging right along, guys. Hey, for those who are curious, nobody's asked, but I'm expecting some people might be curious. I don't know the dimensions of this bathroom, but it's been a complete remodel, as you've seen. It's going to have a new vanity, new sink, new toilet, new bathtub, new fixtures on the sink and the bathtub. All the new plumbing that I installed below the house, and I still need to do a little bit more. This entire remodel is going to be less than $2,000. So to me, that's pretty darn good. I see people spend more than that just on their fixtures alone. So the flooring is going to be leftover linoleum, just like I installed in the kitchen. I got enough of that left to do this bathroom. It's kind of a wood look to it, and so I don't know. It's about $1,500 to $1,800 I think we spent, and I've just about went to the store and bought everything I need to buy. The only thing now would just be a few small miscellaneous things, screws or silicone trim, seal, or caulking, which I've got all that stuff too. I just don't know if I have enough. All right, anyway, hey, good to see you guys. Hope you're all doing well out there. It's raining out here for the next 3 days, so it's a good time to be in here getting this wrapped up. And hey, we'll see you guys on the next one.